Yep. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Darby here with Zachariah. Coming in. Yeah. What's going on, everyone? We are super pumped to hop in for a few minutes here today. We've been playing around a little bit with boss mode that was announced yesterday with Jarvis, formerly Conversion AI. And we're just going to be kind of just showing you guys how we're using it right out the gate, and we're going to continue to improve on it. But again, as always, we're talking about it maybe in the context of books. Let's see if we can kind of whip together a book outline here. We're going to be using the keto diet as an example, and Zachariah is going to be kind of giving the lead behind it. We're going to be working with Jarvis and seeing what it can come up with, because this tool is pretty cool, and I think you guys will be excited about what this will do to help you get your books out there faster. So Zachariah, what would you like us to take this away with?
Let's start with a creative story about how I was 300 pounds unhappy to the best shape of my life using keto. So it's a write a creative story, right?
Right, yeah, write me a...
For clarity, I've never been 300 pounds, but I just wanted to put that out there.
I want to clear that up real quick. So what we're going to do here is we're going to I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this. I'm going to be using some of these short codes, Command J, to write the next sentence, and Command Enter. This is going to be my boss mode, entering it to Jarvis and having and then using these Command Shift J to keep the command in place. So Command Shift J, write me this command. So if I just do Command Enter on this, it's basically going to start me from scratch. All right, 1 second. Interesting. So Jarvis is now taking the commands that I'm giving it, and it's saying, okay, I will write this for you, right? And so we can ask it to literally keep going on this story with a simple Command J now. It used to be that you kind of had to lead it a little bit or copy and paste some stuff back, but we can basically keep the story going from here. And
you don't need apples in ketogenic diet, but
you don't need apples, right? So prime time example of how Art Jarvis is not always right, and you still need to be the editor. But that's one example right there. But like, let's see now if you wanted to write a book on your story, Zachariah, we could start it off with the story up here, but we always want to start with the outline, right? And we want to make sure that we have an idea of the start to finish. So how would you want to instruct?
Let's do write me an intro on the ketogenic diet, where it started.
Write me an introduction to the ketogenic diet and where it all started. This tool that I'm using, by the way, is called Voice In. For anyone that's curious, I think that there might be some integration with Jarvis. So this is what it came out with. This is the story introduction of the ketogenic diet, and it took
before after bridge.
Interesting.
All right, introduction.
Write me an introduction paragraph to the ketogenic diet.
There we go. What is cool? Wow, that's amazing.
So say we want to keep this kind of thought process going, right? And it's working with it, and then Jarvis just goes and says, okay, that was just ridiculous. That didn't make any sense. You go ahead and Command J or Control Command.
I like that. What would my macros look like on the ketogenic diet? That was amazing.
Okay, let's take that for the next one though. Like the next step right here. Consistent diet, the constipation, electro, like. See, what did you say? That last one was.
What do macros look like on a ketogenic diet?
What do macros look like on a ketogenic diet?
Right, let's see what it does.
Oh my God. Okay, can it keep the thought going? It is doing a much better job. I've from my experience, just using it for like today, on keeping the train of thought going a little bit more. It's giving out these kind of facts that so maybe the ketogenic diet that.
So let's see if we can write me an outline on the benefits of the ketogenic diet.
All right. Write me a book outline on the benefits of ketogenic diet.
Just keep going with it.
Okay, so now it's going to start taking it from this one right here. But if this was keto repacy facts, end of article, top 3 questions, maybe like say here, like
get rid of that. Maybe it's reading from the end article piece. Top 3 questions.
What are the top 7 most frequently asked questions about the ketogenic diet? Outline this in blog post format.
Wow. So get rid of that end article. Maybe that's it, and so on. Yeah. So I got 3 questions right there.
Ketogenic. So ketogenic FAQs.
No, I would just let it continue on, because you see how it got. He said, yeah.
See, this isn't as much outlined format right here, but what it's doing, it's still going in order, right? It's saying.
And then it goes. I mean, it got 6 of the 7 right there. You see 4th, 5th, 6th.
Let's see if it'll finish it out. Now,
no.
So one thing I was testing earlier was like 101 different, or 101 different side hustle ideas, and I had that over here in the content description really specifically. So let me do this. Is the outline for a book about ketogenic diet. This content is specifically going to be the bullet points for each chapter and subsections of each chapter. Holy shit.
Let's continue and see it. Holy fuck.
What? It's going in order. It's keeping it.
No way.
All right, let's keto recipes, side effects. All right, so here we're brainstorming an outline idea. We don't have to keep all of these, but it's giving these ideas that look solid. And you being a keto man, like how is this output that you can see as it's kind of
vary whatever food you like, as long as you fall into the right macronutrient. I mean, it's spot on, right?
And then the ketogenic diet, but it's a fascinating way. The intention of these articles provide insights into chapter topics include, it's talking about these different things. There's a section about, so this is kind of like an overview of the book now. It just gave us like all of the different chapters, and now it's giving us the introduction. Chapter 3 focuses on this.
Wait, so let's pause for a second.
Yeah.
Let's pause for a second. Read chapter 3 right there. Focuses on, right there. Focus on how you can determine if your body is in a state of ketosis and which type of diets are recommended for those interested in losing weight as opposed to just gaining more energy. Now go up to chapter 3 in what it wrote before. Scroll up.
Yeah.
Scroll up. What does it say?
The 2 types of ketogenic diets and who
yeah. So it's even matching. It's even matching what it previously wrote. What type of diets I like? This is insane. I mean, this. Yeah. Okay. Let's just keep going.
Because now it's going in the longer form, as you can see the output length, and it's finishing. So there's like real summary bullet points of each chapter here.
So let's look at chapter 6 again. I just want to focus on how you can add enough carbs back into your meal if you want to do things like exercise. There are 15 sources included here with their carb counts. Okay, now go up chapter 6. Healthy foods to wow. Wow.
Goodness gracious.
No way.
I'm curious. I wonder if it's going to stop at after chapter 10 and wrap it up again. If it's reading back that much, because see, it's powering through right now. Let's just this is all content that I would say a good chunk of it can be used right now. It's bringing up all of this. Remember that when caffeine or sugar. So wait, chapter 10 is the 3 food groups. Food lists for the ketogenic diet. Okay. Now we're going to be wrapping things up on this. Interesting. So now it just wrote this whole summary of this book that now it's pitching us this book on Amazon. I wonder if this is a real link, because obviously you'd want to fact check something like this before you put it into publication. It's just made up an Amazon link for this.
That's not okay. So chapter 10 focuses on the 3 main. So I guess it kind of continued on, right?
So to just do this real quick. Write me an AIDA framework, call to action, sales pitch for people to buy my book on Amazon. One second, this is tripping out. It took a little bit to register what I'd clicked before. I thought it was done. Let me do this. Write me a closing paragraph with an AIDA framework call to action for people to buy my book on Amazon so that they can transform their lives with the ketogenic diet.
Knowing shit, Bob? What?
No, it's tripping now. It just went off the rails. Jarvis, what are you doing?
Jarvis, we counted on you. You only got 2,200 words in 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay, so we went here for ketogenics and fact check that. Popular again, slow carb. I'm gonna cut this part out, and I'm gonna restart it kind of right here. So it's gonna go back on this command. Yearning, desire. Ketogenic diet.
So
now it's re-summarizing it. So maybe that's a little too broad for what we need to get it. This
desire, book. Yeah, and then say, right.
Well, let's give me a call to action to buy the book on Amazon.
Maybe make it a new paragraph.
Just buy the book on Amazon. Oh yeah, it did that. Oh no. Yearning. Yeah, cool.
Interest, desire, action. Yeah. Write me a call to action.
Write me a call to action to buy this book on Amazon today. Interesting. Yeah, so.
Well, it's not perfect.
Right. But that's it's the directions that you're giving it. This is just insane. It's look at this. It just literally wrote a 10 chapter outline that we could use right here. And it gave us an idea of what each chapter could be about. Right. And so if you're saying chapter 3 is this, maybe me try. Write me a creative story that explains the two types of ketogenic diets.
This is interesting. No. So maybe instead of block beforehand, Darby, before chapter 3.
Yeah.
Before chapter 3. Yeah, now write me a creative story.
Write me a creative story about how I found the ketogenic diet. Oh God, this is intense, guys. This is intense.
Doctor said that with my diet, that's why there's so much blood coming out of my mouth. What?
Secret. No, this is it. She found out that these are things called ketogenic diets that might stop this thing from happening for me. They found a problem with my diet, and that's why there's so much blood. They say I ate too many carbs and sugar, and now my body.
There's blood pouring out of your mouth. Okay, right? Maybe write me an uplifting story. Maybe something like that.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So, write me an uplifting and inspirational story about how I transformed my life with the ketogenic diet. I mean, this is truly boss mode, right?
Right.
I mean, if you want to just like literally just command Jarvis to do your bidding with using these voice things, like I've hardly typed throughout this entire thing. It's more like tiny tweaks and grammatical shifts and, you know, not even digging into the editing side. But we haven't been on here for more than 15 minutes and we already got a pretty solid book outline that we can start expanding on.
That's, I mean, it's truly amazing. Wow. I didn't think we got there until you said, right, this is the outline for a book about ketogenic diet. This content is specifically going to be the bullet points for each chapter and subsections of each chapter. That's when it really.
Yeah. Let me try one right here. Write me the sub-chapter topics in a chapter in a book on the ketogenic diet about healthy foods to include and avoid inside using the ketogenic diet. This should include subtopics such as the whole foods that are the foundation for your ketogenic diet, but aren't the only thing to eat.
See how it does. Don't worry.
No, look at that.
Okay. All right, let's try just write me subsections for healthy foods write me 20 healthy foods to include in the ketogenic diet. Write me
an outline of 20 foods to include in the ketogenic diet.
No. Okay, maybe stop before chapter 6 because it's going to continue on the chapter thing outline. Okay, so put a stop before chapter 6 and then write me an outline. So look how you said this one. This is the write me an outline for
healthy foods to include
20 healthy foods to include in the ketogenic diet.
Or just like that are keto friendly, maybe.
Sure.
I just wonder. There we go.
And maybe try this. Try this though. Okay, and see if it can go and subsections on why they're important. So 20 healthy foods to include in the ketogenic diet, and write me an outline on 20 healthy foods to include in the ketogenic diet and subsections on why they're important. That's insane.
What does organ mean?
Organ,
Liver.
yeah, 20, and then it stops. Wow.
Write me a list. Now, then it went on and did this on its own. Write me a list of commonly marketed superfoods. Oh, now we're talking about superfoods. Thanks for the idea, Jarvis.
Now we need to write a book on superfoods, I guess.
Apparently, there's some sort of content in here that it doesn't like, but that I think we both have to hop here in just a second. But that's pretty impressive that we could ask it this specific question, and here you go. Like, here's the outline inside of this chapter that we can come in and write on each one of these if we want to expand on this topic.
We just expand, creative story, intro paragraph. Broccoli contains sulfite. Man, I always hated broccoli growing up as a kid. Was the worst. I grew to love it.
Tell me a creative story about how I hated broccoli as a kid, but grew to love it through the ketogenic diet.
And maybe put the stop behind it, yeah.
I clicked it.
Yeah, it's worth thinking. Maybe try it again.
Making up stories here.
Wow.
Yeah. Incredible. We are truly living in the future. We got to hop here, everybody, guys. Got another call to jump on, but thanks for tuning in, everyone that was here live with us. Let me know any thoughts that you guys have about how you're using this tool, Boss Mode, or the expansion of Boss Mode with Jarvis. If you have any questions about using Boss Mode, drop them in the comments.
How many? That's 3,300 words, you guys. That's like 1/5 of the way to a book, right? I mean, and we did it in 30 minutes. So
this is easily like a small lead magnet type of outline right here. Absolutely, right? If you want to write an ebook lead magnet for your website that can grow and expand into a book beyond that, list it on Amazon, get some sales through SEO. Crazy. Cool. Awesome.
All righty.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, y'all.